Hi guys. Okay, I'm so excited to talk about this with you guys today because this is something that has been on my heart, on my mind. So I have gotten an outpouring of messages recently from people who are either straight up depressed in a terrible sort of headspace and feeling very stuck, or people who are sort of temporarily motivated and they are feeling like they want to take action to implement some kind of change or work towards some goal, but they really just have no idea where to start. Or they're just already working on something and feeling unfulfilled in doing it. So I think that what's super important to note is that no matter where you are on that spectrum, ultimately it boils down to it's not a lack of happiness, it's a lack of fulfillment. So the difference really between happiness and fulfillment, I think, is if you can be happy on the surface, you know what I mean? Happiness can come from, people say money can't buy you happiness. Well, not necessarily. Financial freedom can bring you quite a bit of happiness, and material things can bring you quite a bit of happiness. You can have great experiences, they can bring you all kinds of joy. However, it's never going to fulfill you. So it's never gonna fill you up and feed your soul in the same way that doing something for other people will. So I think that's the biggest difference between happiness and fulfillment. No matter what you're doing, the only way to feel fulfilled is to use your gifts that you have as an individual to serve others and to make other people's lives better. So it goes without saying then that if you are in a really depressed state, if you are stuck, if you are feeling really terrible, the fastest, easiest way out of that really is going to be to devote yourself to the service of other people. Find a way to use whatever gifts you have, and believe me, you have them because we all do, to serve someone else, and that will always be the fastest way to bring yourself out of a funk. So this sort of leads me to my next point, which is using social media as your medium to do exactly that and to serve others. But it's really easy to look at social media as a negative thing. On these platforms, there is so much noise. So if you're anything like me, as you scroll through your feed, it just starts to feel like you're seeing the same things over and over again just due to the sheer volume of people sharing. And it can feel daunting and overwhelming and very pointless to contribute your opinion or your thoughts or whatever gifts you might have to share with the world, because it's so easy to tell yourself that it's already been done before and that there's nothing unique that you can bring to the table. So two things. When you tell yourself this story, number one, it's an excuse to not create and to not put your content out there. And number two, you are majorly discounting your innate gifts and unique perspective and stories and take on things that you have to share with the world. Like, someone could go to 10 different speakers or 10 different accounts and hear them say the same thing, but maybe the way that you're going to say it or the way that you're going to present something to someone is the way that's going to stick. And so for me, there's lots of people doing videos like this, but I don't know if maybe my own unique way of putting it or my own spin that I put on it is going to resonate with somebody just 5% better than the way that somebody else did it. And if that is the case for me, it's so worth it. Imagine if your favorite restaurant that does your favorite fish tacos just closes up shop or decides, fuck it. Or they just decided, I'm never gonna show up and do this. I'm never gonna show up and make this because there's plenty of restaurants that have already been there, done that. Guys, it hasn't been done by you. Right? Wouldn't you feel robbed if that restaurant closed up shop and you couldn't get those fish tacos anymore? Yes. Because can you go somewhere else and get fish tacos? Yeah, but not the same. Not the same fish tacos. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, put your fish tacos out there. Whatever your thing is, give it to the world, because otherwise you're literally robbing everyone of the ability to experience your unique gifts. You never know how it could help someone. Do not downplay that which comes easily to you, okay? This is so important. Just because you might have a natural ability to communicate with people and listen to people and connect with people that it is so innately just, it's so in you right from the get-go that it can be it's so easy to sell ourselves short and tell ourselves that this is something that probably comes easily and naturally to other people, so it's nothing special. That's not true. You have to pay close attention to the things that come naturally to you because they don't necessarily come easily to everybody else. So maybe you're really funny. Like, be more of that. It's easy to think that we have to fit into some sort of box and turn ourselves into something that we're not in order to fit in or help people. No, whatever that thing is that you just are, just be more of that and find a way to use that to serve other people. Stop thinking about you. How can you bring joy to other people? And then hone in on that. To my friends who don't know where to start, the answer is actually quite simple. You have to just ask yourself, how can I be of service to others in a way that naturally lights me up? And if you're having trouble with the how of figuring out exactly what your thing is and how to do that, the best 2 pieces of advice I can give are to A, pay attention to the things that come naturally to you. Those natural gifts that you have been discounting because they come so easily to you, what are they? Pay attention to that. And secondly, look to those people who you admire and figure out what it is about them that you admire. What you admire in other people and the people that you aspire to be like. You normally like those things about them because in some way you see yourself in them and you want to be more of that. So whatever it is, whoever it is that inspires you, double down on like consuming their content and figure out what it is about them and who they are that inspires you, and then figure out how you can do more of that and be more of that. It's a process and it's not easy to figure out what your thing is, but I think that often we look in the wrong places and the answers are sort of like right in front of you.